Hey everybody, welcome back. I am so excited to share this tutorial with you because Abby is easily my favorite NCIS character, and honestly, she's just a lot of fun to dress up as. What I started off by doing is just taking off the wings of my eyeliner. Abby doesn't usually wear wings, it's kind of just lining the top line and lining the bottom line. She's not very much known for a lot of makeup, but eyeliner is definitely something that is big for her. I'm using a Wet n Wild kohl liner, and I'm just going to go in and fill in the outer corner that I had taken off. You can do this with a liquid liner if that works better for you. Most of my liner on the top is liquid. On the bottom, I suggest using the kohl liner just because it won't get in your eyes as easily. Just be really careful not to stab yourself in the eye while you're doing this step, but aside from that, you shouldn't have any problems lining your eye. Sometimes Abby wears a more mauve shade of eyeliner versus just the black, but because I'm going to wear a black shirt today to represent Abby, I decided just to go with the black. But in actual NCIS costuming, she changes the color of her eyeliner depending on the color of shirt that she's wearing. Fun little tidbit for you. My hair is obviously curled right now, but Abby's hair is rarely down and curled, if ever. So I'm pulling out my straightener and plugging that in because you'll need it in just a little bit. I prepped my hair with the Aussie Hair Assurance and the Suave Keratin Infused Dry Shampoo because this is a couple-day-old hair. Sometimes I find hairstyles like this work on dirtier hair versus freshly washed clean hair. It just holds a little bit easier. So take your fingers and rub that in if you're going to use that. If not, obviously, don't worry about that step. Abby wears pigtails. Everyone knows that Abby is a fan of her pigtails. If you already have bangs, you don't need to worry about this step. Just make pigtails. If you don't have bangs, however, take the top half of your head, about crown level, and it's about an inch above your ears, by the way. Pull it all up into a little bun and flip the tails over into your face. Obviously, mine are a little bit redder and lighter than the rest of my hair, and I'm not 100% sure why it appears that way on camera because it's not that drastic in real life. Pin that bun into place. I used about 4 or 5 bobby pins and tried to secure it as best I could. Next, you're going to take your straightener that's been warming up and you're going to straighten and kind of curve the ends of the hair so it looks a little bit more natural, like real bangs. The best way that I found was to take the straightener and to pull it almost in a half arc shape. So you're moving the straightener to form about a semicircle in the air. And that's the easiest way to get the bangs, air quotes, bangs, to form around your forehead like they would if you really were styling your bangs. The best way is to make them look as natural as possible. If you've ever had bangs, it's really easy for you to know what you like on your face as far as bangs. I had bangs from about the time that my hair started to grow out when I was really little till 2nd grade when I grew out my bangs. Let me tell you, that was a very painful process. But I've never necessarily known how to style them well, so I was just going with whatever I think worked best. If you think that it works better for you a different way, try that. I mean, it's all about experiment and what looks best on your face. I pinned the ends just so that they would stay in place, like the outside edges, so that they could learn to be straight. The next step is really simple. Draw a line down the back of your head, separating off 2 sections, and make pigtails. I'm using tiny clear elastics, but a fun tip, if you've ever had braces, you know that you have way more of those little clear elastic braces bands than anyone knows what to do with, and the big ones work really well for small ponytails or tying off the ends of braids. It's a great way to reuse something that was just going to be thrown away anyways, and if you've never used them on your teeth, I don't see a problem with it. I then took a couple bobby pins and just pinned up the ponytails so that they looked a little bit perkier and bouncier. Abby's ponytails seem to just defy gravity, and it's absolutely amazing. I kept messing with my bangs a lot to see what I wanted, or I'd move and they'd move, and it's a lot of experimentation. And at this point, I thought that I looked a little bit more like Lindsay Sterling than Abby, but I think it all worked out in the end. You can take out your bobby pins that are flattening your hair whenever you feel like it would be cool or you think it would sit on its own. And our next step is to hide the bun. Obviously, we don't want people to know that our bangs are fake. So I found this clever scarf. It almost reminds me of Abby perfectly in the way that it kind of looks like spider webs. I'm just going to take it kind of as a headband and cross it over on top of that bun. And I went back and flattened it out. I know it looks all bunched up now, but I continued to flatten it to cover the bun. Flipped it behind my ponytails around my neck, tied a little knot in it, and flipped the two ends over my shoulder. I really loved how this ended up. At first I wasn't too sure if it was going to work, but I really enjoyed how edgy it made the look, and in a lot of ways I think that this is definitely Abby. I just then pinned the shawl to my head, continued to make sure that the bun was hidden, fluffed the bangs 3 million more times, and it looks like you're done. I'm applying another coat of mascara just because I felt like mine needed a little bit of a pick-me-up after the day. This is the L'Oreal Voluminous Black as Kohl or something like that. I'll put it down below. It's obviously my go-to liner. And what is Abby without bright red lipstick? Abby is always wearing some sort of dark, vibrant lip, and red is her go-to. It's another staple of hers that changes depending on what sort of outfit she's wearing, but I think that red is the one that she wears the most often, and it's one that I associate with her. Abby also has quite the number of tattoos, and the most visible one of all time is the one on her neck. I'm taking CoverGirl liquid liner, and I'm just going to freehand a spider web on my neck. It's on her left side, which works out really well for me, seeing how I am right-handed. If you feel like your artistic ability is not up to par, or you are left-handed and can't reach that side of your neck, I don't know, have a friend do it. I'm sure you could find one online to copy and kind of make a stencil of. Or I know for a fact that at lots of craft stores or at like Halloween party stores, you can find temporary tattoos of spider webs. They might not be perfect to it, but if you're just going to a costume party, this would be the perfect way to go for it. She has a spider web, and of course, what is a spider web without a spider sitting on it? So I'm going in with this kohl liner again, and I'm just going to draw a spider, which is kind of an oval with legs. I'm not too concerned about it looking absolutely perfect, but if you are more of a perfectionist about the whole spider web spider situation, then you can do some of the things I suggested before to make sure that it looks a little bit more realistic. And of course, what is Abby without her wonderful, magnificent lab coat? Now I look like Abby. Okay, you guys, at this point, you can stop here, and you're completely done as Abby Sciuto from NCIS. Or, Abby rarely wears her hair in pigtails that are this curled. Most of the time, they're completely straight or they're braided. Whenever she works on cars, she will braid her pigtails because they will get stuck under the vehicles that she's working on, and that's not fun. So to be practical, let's braid our pigtails. Super easy, you don't even need to take them out of the ponytails, just braid like normal and tie it off with a little elastic at the end. Do the same on the other side, and there you have it. Abby Sciuto from NCIS, who is all ready to go work on a car. I hope you guys have really enjoyed this tutorial today. I have really enjoyed getting to make it for you. It's been a lot of fun to transform into Abby and to figure out the whole bang situation. If this helped, make sure you hit that big thumbs up button. Leave me a comment about what character I should do next or about something else you want to see. I'm pretty open to any videos. And most of all, you guys, enjoy rocking those Pippi Longstocking braids. Put on a lab coat and some red lipstick, draw yourself a fake tattoo, and just have fun. Dressing up is so much fun, and I don't get an excuse to do it nearly enough. I love you guys. Stay beautiful.